I am a teacher. Overnight, we were told to close down.
I am a therapist. I am doing telehealth right now.
I'm really feeling for the senior class, and I'm trying to make their graduation, which they'll have to miss, as special as I can.
Here in Sydney, the fine for being out without good reason is $11,000.
So today was a little bit emotional, talking to some of my kiddos and seeing how they're doing. I have one student, he's very standoffish, but when I asked him how he was, the first question he returned was to ask how my daughter is doing. And I was just really overwhelmed in that moment.
So my day is pretty occupied with clients. At the moment, I'm pretty frustrated because my last client, I'm trying to use a secure website that is HIPAA compliant. So it's supposed to be very secure, but it wasn't working because everybody's doing telehealth right now.
I used to work at a life insurance company. They were going to extend my contract, but because of COVID-19, they decided to not go through with the extension, so I don't have a job right now.
My day job is in nonprofit fundraising. I work for a private boarding school. We have students from 56 countries all over the world, and not all of them are able to go home. Luckily, there are faculty at the private boarding school that were able to take in students that were unable to return home to their families, which is truly a blessing, and it really speaks to the strength of the community at the boarding school.
I understand a lot of business people are used to these video conferences and all the glitches, but I am not, because my job is about relationships and picking up on people's nonverbals and having a productive conversation, and it's really hard to do that this way. And I do see kids, and doing telehealth with kids is, teenagers are great, but like under 10.
I'd say about 50% of my kids don't have e-learning tools, but our school is gonna give them out. I think that's a really, really beautiful display of community, and I'm personally very grateful to be part of a community that's working relentlessly to make sure that our kids aren't left behind.
I struggle with my own mental health issues, so it's not unusual for me to feel up and down or to struggle with depression and anxiety, but I will say that now it seems to be more rapid, just feeling everything. I'm also extremely grateful and lucky to be able to have a therapist that I can see on telehealth, which I recommend.
My mom works in a hospital in the food court section, and they don't have enough supplies to provide them with masks or any protective gear, and so it's really stressful to think about that.
I'm nervous about not seeing my students again before they graduate and go to high school. I know that no matter what happens, they're gonna go on and they're gonna thrive.
I am talking to obviously a lot of clients who in some ways kind of slowing life down is actually helpful for anxiety. So I am somewhat hopeful that we're going to make it through this.
I think that this has opened a lot of people's eyes as to how the world is currently working.
I'm hopeful that this will be a wake-up call, that it will show people that we need to start really putting each other first, not putting money first.
Maybe those that are considered essential workers will get a higher wage as a result of this. I'm very hopeful for change within our society.
If I have things with sayings about positivity on them, I'll stay positive, right?
This might be the blow and the impact we needed to make long-lasting changes. And that is all for now. Thanks.
That's it on my end. We're doing the best we can with what we have, and that's all we can do. All right.